Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel and to another video. So I have been wanting to do this for quite a while. You know, I used to watch these YouTube videos of artists showcasing their sketchbook page by page, doing a little sketchbook tour, and I started to think, I need to do that. But the problem was, although I had a few sketchbooks, I really had nothing worth showing in them, well, at least in my mind. And I kind of have a bad habit of starting a drawing, then leaving it unfinished and moving on to another drawing. And before you know it, I got a bunch of unfinished art in my sketchbooks. Not only that, I'm the type of guy who would start a drawing or a few drawings, then after a short while, I'll look back on it, and if I don't like the way it looks, I'll trash it. So I really had nothing saved up. I had a mindset of out with old and in with the new. So it wasn't until about 2014 where I stumbled across this sketchbook at an art store, and it was a toned paper sketchbook. So all these years I've been sketching on white paper sketchbooks, sketch pads with white paper, but this sketchbook right here, this tonal paper allows your highlights to show up on your artwork. For instance, if you're using a white colored pencil or a white paint pen or gel pen, it allows your highlights to show up because the paper is tonal, it's dark. As opposed to your typical white paper, you do highlights like white highlights, it's not going to show up because the paper is white unless your artwork is fully colored, and then you'd have to do your white highlights on top of your colored art. But for here, you can do, let's say, tonal art. You got the darks, and this paper itself is the mid-tone, and all you need is a white light colored pencil or a pen, and that'll be the highlights. So you got the paper itself is the mid-tone. So that's what was cool about stumbling across this sketchbook with toned paper. It kind of sparked my enthusiasm to do more art again. This sketchbook right here is mostly brush pen art, and back in 2014 when I saw that incredible artist Kim Jung-gi, he's the master of brush pen art, and I just got really inspired by his art and decided to try my hand at using the brush pen. So it was around that time that I came across this sketchbook and sought out this brush pen, put the two together, and now I have a completed sketchbook. So now let me take you through a tour of this sketchbook right here, 2014, but keep in mind there are some drawings in here, some pages that I'm not really too happy with. Well, at least I have a collection of what my art was like back in 2014 and some of 2015 that I can look back to and compare it and see how my art has changed throughout the years. Alright guys, so that being said, let's get on with the sketchbook tour. Alright guys, so here is my very first sketchbook in my whole entire life of drawing that I ever really completed. Let's get started. First page is an unfinished rendering of Bruce Lee. So this book was started in 2014. Sometimes I get burnt out real quick or get inspired to do something else, start another drawing, and I leave the previous drawing unfinished. I have a bad habit of doing that. I used Prismacolor marker, warm grays, and also a black ink pen, black marker pen that is, and white colored pencil for the outer glow. And I did mix some colored pencils as well, warm gray colored pencils for a little blending here and there. And also, I think I did use a white gel pen as well for the little highlights in the hair, for more bolder whites. Next is Scorpion. So this whole book is mainly black brush pen and mixed with some Prismacolor markers. Tonal drawings for the most part. Again, unfinished. I get inspired as I start the drawing, get the details in the head, and as I get down further to the body, I tend to lose a little bit of interest in the drawing and want to start something else, or maybe get inspired to do something else other than drawing. Number of reasons. Scorpion. Paul Stanley of Kiss. Again, another unfinished drawing. I didn't finish the word Kiss here. At least I finished the head. It's just the text, the type, that I didn't finish. So, yep, was a big fan of Kiss growing up. And I also intended to do every member's face after Paul Stanley, but again, got inspired to do other things. Alright. Oh, I started to do a Gene Simmons sketch here, but wasn't feeling it. I want to do something with perspective. You can see he's pointing. But yeah, I lost interest real quick. Here we have Herman Munster and Grandpa from the Munsters. Color pencil, Prismacolor markers. I do a mix of things. Yeah, I got inspired to do a Herman Munster real quick, a Frankenstein type of portrait. I like the glow on the side of the face and neck. Alright. Next. Ooh, this is a mummy. Straight off the dome, straight off the top of my head. Just regular Micron ink pens, white gel pen, and that's about it. No marker really, it's just black ink and white gel pen. I sort of like, well, I do like drawing characters that have a wicked stance and a wicked look to it. As you can see, the shoulders shrugged up, the hand bent like a wicked witch would have her hands. You got his left hand reaching for you, or reaching for that ink bottle. The ink bottle was not originally there, it was just that, like it was reaching for you, but I decided to put an ink bottle because it's an ink artwork. So yeah, along with these artifacts, there's the ink bottle. Also, as you can see, the paintbrush that he's holding with that, I don't even know what you call these, the symbol here that the Egyptians use or hold, coming out of his tomb, or esophagus. No, not esophagus. Came out of his coffin or tomb. There's a word for it. I'll probably say it wrong. Carsophagus, something like that. Carsophagus. All right. Anyways, let's get on with the sketchbook tour. Oh, here's an original Centipede, inspired by my favorite video game growing up in the 80s. Centipede has a graffiti style. Mushrooms. Like the colors on this, came out pretty well. And that was a white gel pen for the outline, the border. But because I did the white gel pen over this yellowish marker in the background, it gave it a yellow hue and glow. So that turned out pretty dope. I like it. This is a soldier. Just a random pic of a photo I saw on the internet of a soldier shooting. Decided to do a black and white ink and white colored pencil. Just something real simple. Sketch. Alright. Next is, y'all know who this is? Kim Jung-gi, the famous Korean artist, the master brush pen artist. He can draw murals for days just with a brush pen off the top of the dome. He doesn't look at reference. Perspectives are all correct, proportions. This guy is the master. He was kind enough at the Comic-Con. I saw him, I went to the booth and asked him if he can just do a little quick doodle in my sketchbook. I don't think he normally does this either, but he was gracious enough to take my sketchbook, and he flipped through it too. He was looking through it, and he saw Bruce Lee, and he goes, "Oh, Bruce Lee." He started flipping through all the pages, and that was pretty cool. And then came to this page, and he drew just a quick profile of himself. Looks just like him. Didn't even have to look in the mirror for this. 2014, Kim Jung-gi. San Diego Comic-Con. I missed the Comic-Con. Need to bring it back again. Alright. This is a quick, nasty, what's his name again? From Arrow? Is it Deadshot? I forget. No, not Deadshot. Something, it's the dude that Deadpool came from, was derived from. That was 2014 in July. Anyways, next page. This is a Stormtrooper. Try to make it samurai-ish. I don't know if you can see the details. Try to imprint some Japanese characters on the armor, and even that dragon scales on the armor. It's holding a samurai sword. Since they can't shoot anyways, give him a sword. Alright. That is Darth Revan. Darth Raven? Darth Revan. Just a quick brush pen sketch. Nothing too detailed, nothing spectacular. This was in August 2014. Right. Ah, Godzilla. This is when the first of the newer Godzilla, the newer American Godzilla came out. Man, they just improve on Godzilla every time. Since 1989, the Japanese version, 1989 to the 2000s. And these last two Godzillas, before the new Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus King Kong, this was the first of those newer American Godzillas. This one is a Haven Trooper from the Metal Gear series, Haven Trooper. This one I was still trying to practice brush pen, first getting used to it. And Batman. You all know where this is from? These sexy nurses. Sexy dead zombie nurses from Silent Hill. They were creepy. Silent Hill video game creeped me out when I used to play it. Then watching the movie creeped me out. God, these sexy nurses, sexy zombie nurses are creepy. Damn. They freak me out. And this is a b-boy. Another random pic I saw on the internet. Just decided to do a ink brush pen portrayal of this b-boy in the crowd. Oh, this, check this out. These are those wicked, I love wicked, like I said before, wicked poses. These are from the, I forget where these are from, but from Comic-Con. They have a whole display, the whole floor. It was dope. All these figures and figurines of all types of superheroes. Okay. Moving on. Ah, you know who this is in the place to be? None other than DMC from Run DMC. Just got inspired to do a drawing of this, a tonal drawing of DMC. I thought it would look pretty good. I like the pose, just standing there with a mic in his hand, that knee bent, with his left arm down, and showing the Adidas. Sick. I also scanned this. Well, I scanned all these pages, but I scanned this and took it to Photoshop, did some Photoshop magic to it, and created a poster print for an art show. This is also, that print is on my wall. This was just some random pic I saw on the internet. I don't know what it's from. It looks like some pilot. All these tubes. A lot of detail going on. So of course I gotta improvise. You know, can't make out details from JPEGs and little pics you see on the internet as reference. So of course had to improvise. Again, unfinished. Well, most of these other drawings you saw were finished, so I'll have random ones that are not finished. Got tired of this real quick. Oh look, an unfinished one. Oh man, this was turning out really clean though. It was some random mech, some random robot I saw. Japanese. And I was really inspired to do it. It was coming out pretty cool. I was taking my time, trying to make things clean as possible. I was using some marker for the warm grays and a colored pencil. See, pretty clean for a colored pencil and marker on a little sketchbook like this. I was taking my time with it. But again, get burnt out real quick sometimes. Like I want to do something else. There's another drawing I want to start on or something. Or maybe one day I'm going to come back to this. One day. I like this. I like the color. I like the blue makes the robot pop out. Oh, check it out. Look at this. This one came out clean too. Again, I didn't finish. It's supposed to be holding a gun here, a blaster, a little blaster here. Came out pretty cool though. Again, warm grays, Prismacolor marker, color pencil, white color pencil, white gel pen, black marker, any black that I can get. It's coming out clean too. It's 2014 still. And this one again, that was supposed to be, I don't even know the character of this, but from the Star Wars, on the Star Wars stories, Knights of the Old Republic, or one of those. I guess when it comes to like certain things, details, and reference that I can't make out, then I'm forced to improvise, but then sometimes I don't know how to make it look because I can't make it out. I lose inspiration to do it. So I guess that's some of the reasons why I let things go and move on to something else. I didn't like this one. I don't like how this came out, Darth Maul. I like the two back, especially that. Look at the eyes, how it glows. Darth Maul's face. The two back images turned out pretty cool. The front one, not so good. I don't like how I did it, how I inked it out, especially the hood. Yeah, I don't like it. Not feeling it. Who is that? Hey. If y'all grew up watching Happy Days, then you know who this is. Henry Winkler, the Fonz. I wanted to try out doing a caricature because I don't really do caricatures. I wanted to see if I could still manage to capture the likeness of whatever character I'm doing, whatever person I'm doing. In this case, it's Henry Winkler, Fonzie. All right. Oh, look, it's Hulkbuster. Just a black ink drawing with a white gel pen and a couple shades of Prismacolor marker, warm grays. Hulkbuster. Ah, now you guys know who this is. If you don't, leave. This is, of course, the master, Bruce Lee. I think this turned out pretty good, considering I do portraits. Since this was brush pen art, I wanted it to have a brush pen flavor, splatters, you know, drips. So I think I captured it. Sort of watercolor-ish, but not watercolor. And this also, I scanned, made a poster print of it, hanging on my wall, framed, and it was also for a art show. Also sold a couple of pieces. People, friends wanted to buy print, so hey. this? Gene Simmons. Also made a print of this. A friend bought this, a print. This is where I started to get comfortable with the brush pen look, the splatter. Well, I've always done splatter in digital art, but doing it on a sketchbook using raw materials. Ooh, Akuma, Street Fighter. Now, I don't think I did make a poster print of this, I think. No, I didn't. Although I did scan it. Oh, I did make a poster print, but for someone to buy. I didn't do this for an art show. I wish I was able to. But the art show was more of a hip-hop thing. But I did make a print of this and a friend bought it. A print. Yeah, this one came out pretty good. I was impressed with how this came out as well. Pretty clean. Highlights are nice. White gel pen, color pencil, marker, Prismacolor. Get more and more comfortable with this brush pen and the brush pen style of art. Splatter, ink. Oh, look at this. It's the man, the myth, the legend, Manny Pacquiao. This is before the fight, Mayweather fight, that I believe Manny won. But you know, Mayweather is a smart, calculated fighter as well. He's got to do what he's got to do to maintain his title, and he did. Still the man, and he's gonna fight Earl Spence soon. Now that's gonna be a fight, and I think it's gonna be a better fight than this fight right here. We'll see. The Errol Spence one with Pacquiao, I think that's going to be a better fight, a good fight. Can't wait. Oh, check this out. It's Kylo Ren. Now this, I used to work for a company that we create t-shirt graphics using major licenses. We had Marvel license, we had the Lucasfilm license, all kinds of licenses, Nickelodeon. So we would create t-shirt graphics using their style guides and images they would send to us. Now, before this movie came out, the first movie with Kylo Ren, they sent us over a limited style guide. And Kylo Ren was not, no one knew who this guy was, really. No one knew the name, really. And there were no images out that we can really look at. There was an unofficial image they sent us, but it was small and the details weren't really there. The angle wasn't there where I can tell how his mask looked like. So based on what I saw, and we weren't allowed to leak those images as well until Lucasfilm gave us the okay to put the designs out. But in the meantime, I was here in my sketchbook drawing Kylo Ren. So I had to make out as much as I could see from the images. So I did this design. The movie had not been released yet. We weren't able to release any t-shirt graphics of this movie yet. And I had this already done in my sketchbook. So I had to let it sit in my book until they gave us the okay to go ahead and put out some designs, t-shirt designs. Then after that, yeah, post it online real quick. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Kylo Ren. And another Clone Troopers. That's the silver one right there. Yeah, these came out pretty good. I was happy with this. Oh, here, Batman versus Superman. Henry Cavill. Now this, I think I did the Batman first. just the Batman. It wasn't a Ben Affleck. I did half of it first, then I decided, you know what? Let me do a half of Superman. So I did a Henry Cavill. So we got Superman versus Batman right here. Came out pretty cool. Looks like Henry Cavill. Again, I'm not a portrait. I don't do portraits a lot, but I think I captured his looks, the way he looked. Oh, Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid. Now I don't like how this came out okay, but it came out too wide, like stretched. Should have been thinner. And if anybody wanted to buy a print of this, so I scanned it, you know, tweaked the proportions a little bit, did some Photoshop magic, made a poster print, and a friend bought it. I was happy with it. It's the magic of Photoshop. Oh, here we go. It's Vader's crushed helmet and Kylo Ren underneath. The Force Awakens. Yep. So, before the Force Awakens movie came out, I had this already done. Look, Mutant Ninja Turtles. This one came out pretty cool too. I like the details. The details came out cool. The texture of his shell, armor, I mean, the skin that is. There's Vader doing a Force chokehold in his TIE Advanced vehicle. Alright, this one came out a little sloppy. Tried to make some drip effects on there, but looks kind of sloppy. It's not sharp and clean enough for me. Uh-oh, I was trying to do, what do you call those again? ATSTs? I forget. With Pumas. I got tired of it real quick. Didn't want to finish the other foot. So. This artist right here, Peter Hahn. If you don't know who he is, look him up. Look him up on Instagram. Artist. He's pretty good. Brush pen art all the time, a lot. So he's another artist that's pretty good. His artwork's pretty good. Using brush pen. Saw him at the San Diego Comic-Con, and yeah. Went up to the table where he was at, asked him if he can do a little sketch on my book. He knows a couple of friends of mine. They did some sketch sessions together. So, pretty cool. Look him up. Peter Hahn. And this is another artist. I forget his name. It's an older Filipino man at the Comic-Con. I just forget his name. I'll put his name if I remember it down below. But yeah, he's got a cool art style. It's trippy. It's unique. I asked him to do a little something in my sketchbook, and he just busted this out real quick. Not bad, look at that. Just with the marker. Brush pen. A lot of people using brush pens. Just the thing. Darth Maul, I didn't like this one either. I like the perspective, the stance, but this hand, I should have made it even bigger. Like perspective coming at you. I like perspective. Anyways, Skeletor. It's alright. This was in 2015. Well, at least I know this was 2015. Oh, these other ones were. And so, Skeletor. Next, Batman. This Batman came out pretty dope. It came out clean for a marker, color pencil. It's pretty clean. I took my time with it. Yeah, the details came out nice. And I also, no I didn't. I also made this ready for a poster. I scanned it. I never actually printed one, I don't think. But I have one ready-made file for a poster. So it came out pretty cool. Check this out. Deadpool. Here I use some reds, blacks and grays. Like the splatters. I love splatter looks and smears. There's just something random about it that you don't have to get precise. This thing I love about random splatters and smears. It adds style to the drawing, helps you to complete a drawing, fill in areas that you don't know what to fill in with. Cool. This turned out pretty cool. Oh, look at this. Goro. This is in October 2015. Just a quick brush pen sketch. Didn't know what else to put behind it. Lost interest, as usual. And we've got the main parts down though, at least. Shadowing. And this is a 2-pager as well. It would have been dope if I finished it. It would be a complete 2-pager. What else? Oh, I got a 2-pager, and this one's complete. Well, as complete as I want to do. There's some Shogun characters, random pics I've seen on the internet. Turned out pretty cool, especially that big helmet guy here. Mask. Shogun, samurais. Here you got a Chinese lion. And this master kung fu guy. I forget his name. One of those Jackie Chan movies. Drunken style dude too. Or something seed. I forget. There's a name he has. Something seed. Oh, some red brush painting. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Another samurai shogun. And these are some those futurists. I saw this, like some sketches of this type of stormtrooper on the internet. Decided to do some real quick brush pen sketches of it. There are different types of stormtrooper. Or a different look. Halo. Oh, that too. Is that Appleseed? I forget. I think that's what it's called. From Appleseed. Just some more brush pen practice reference to do. They're not cool, just for practice, mess around. It looks something like this. Ah, and here. Jason. Friday the 13th. I'm gonna play Jason. Turned out pretty cool. Something simple. It's not brush pen, it's marker, color pencil. White gel pen. Yeah, it turned out pretty cool. It's supposed to be Kylo Ren and Luke. I like how that turned out. The TIE fighters coming in, the perspective, the speed. Kylo Ren. Yeah, I don't know. Lost interest real quick. 2-pager, almost completed. But I thought it was enough already. I'm done. Moving on to something else. Red. I did this page all red because I wanted to use a black brush pen ink on this red background. Never got around to doing it. And that's about it. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed my sketchbook tour, and if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So keep drawing, keep practicing. I know I got a long way to go myself, and thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.